Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming on to share with you a project share as well as a kind of craft with me video. So this is an album that I've been working on kind of off camera now for about, I would say about a month. It's a baby album that I'm making for a friend of mine. They're pregnant, so I'm making a baby album for them. So what I did is I did use the Carolina Crafts tutorial on the binding and then kind of just watched a few random videos. I'll pop the tutorial that I followed for the binding down below if you want to make it. I did tweak it a little bit. Hers was a 5x7 and I think a 1-inch spine, and I've made mine quite a larger spine because I knew I wanted to include a lot of photos. I did also make my little yarn wrapped rainbow. I have a tutorial for this as well, so I'll pop this down below. I just thought that a rainbow would be really cute and I think the colours match a lot, so I did use the Garden Party collection exclusively. You have these little metal bookends that I got years ago, and I thought, you know what, this is going to be kind of like something that's interacted with a lot, so I wanted it to be a bit more sturdier. I made a sequence mix to go onto the cover that's going to be what we're decorating today. Okay, so here's the cover here. I have a large photo mat here. It has been stitched. Majority of it has been stitched. I loved this paper and I thought it'd be beautiful just to pop a photo onto. Then I have this flip out here with a nice large photo mat. As you can see, it's been a cutout because it's a pocket album which has some flip outs, and then this is a card as well that you can pull out. And then it turns here and I have another flip up here. Again, these are all stitched. I wanted it to be very stitched and nice feeling. I haven't decorated the inside at all, I've just matted it. And then it's a flip out here like this, again stitched up, and then of course it's another pocket as well that just comes out. And then I have just a plain one here. This is probably where I'll do like a tuck spot with like a beautiful flower. Then as you can see, I've got a waterfall here. I just wanted to include as many photos as possible. Then this pulls out again for another card. And we just have a plain one here, and then another tip out here like so. This is like a 4x4, and then there. I have to cover this bit here because I was going to do a cutout and then I changed my mind. And then this one here, well, number one, it's a pull out like this, but I actually quite like this one. So as you can see, it's a shaker and it says how lovely the silence of growing things, but also it's a pocket in itself. So the sequins are an underlay, and then I have an acetate pocket on the top with a nice gold frame. I just used my Cricut to cut out the gold frame, and that just sticks in there like that. I haven't made the card yet because I'm not sure how I want to do it. And then on this last one here, it's a magnet. So this, if it's standing, they won't fall open. Pop open the magnet. I haven't done anything here yet because I'm not too sure what I want to do. As you can see, this goes down here and then up. They're all matted with individual ones, and then again it goes down and then up. So I really like that element, and I love the magnetic closure. So that was just a quick little one, and then the back again I just have some nice plain paper. So that was the quick little kind of project share. Now we're going to get into the craft with me, which is where I'm going to be decorating the front. Okay, so like I said, I had this little piece here, and I just want to kind of move some of the sequins out of the way because I don't want them to be all covered. I still want you to be able to see the sequin. I am going to be using hot glue. I'm going to be using hot glue as well, so I'm just going to put a nice cross section. And I did do I want this to be centered as well. I did do the not wonky stitching, the kind of like zigzag stitching as well. Then I also zigzag stitched these two pieces together. I just need to add a little bit here. So one of them is this wildflowers one is an ephemera piece, and then the back piece is a cut apart. So I want to kind of layer it on there like so. I've been loving doing that really tight zigzag stitch lately. I don't know why, but I think it just looks really cute. And again, I'm just going to layer it on, trying to kind of leave the same sort of gap on the side. Like so you can still see a good amount of the sequins on there. I also have this little frame, but what I'm going to do is cut it because I don't want to use all the frame, because I can actually tuck that into another project. So I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on it, and I'm going to lift the edge up there. I'm going to lift the edge up here. I'm going to put the frame in, and no one would ever know that I only used a section of it. Cute. I have this little bunny and then a little flower here. I think I want to angle it up. And I also have this little admit one. I know I want the admit one to kind of go underneath like that. The idea that I have is when the baby is born is to put a little mini photo here of the baby. That's my idea anyway. I'm going to stick this little admit one on. I have stitched it. I wanted to add a little bit of detail to it, so I just decided to do a little bit of stitching, and then I'm going to add my bunny. If you are wondering, I do know that it's a girl, so that's why I went very pink-esque. I know the person loves pink as well, so I thought, why not go with that kind of theme? Okay, so that's kind of the basics of what I'm doing. And then I have a whole bunch of paper flowers. I have a fabric flower and also some rolled flowers. So that's what I'm going to be sticking on now. What I do when I'm layering flowers like this is I kind of start with the big pieces, like so. And then I will layer everything else around it. So I want to go like this. I think I want it here. And then the other piece, I want it about here, right under the bunny. Then I'm just going to start layering all my other little chunky pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake that down just so that the sequins are kind of not stuck on this little bit here. And I'm just using hot glue, and I'm just going to be sticking them down into the sections. That's a rolled flower that I made just using a die. This is obviously technically using my Bash Your Stash kit. I don't think I pulled anything else in. And I'm just going to lay the flowers on, trying to obviously not put the same colors next to each other. I want it to look a little bit kind of different, you know, not making it look like they're joined together. If you can hear my dog in the background, I apologize. I think I need another kind of, like another development of a cluster down here. It's just kind of feeling a little bit empty. And I like how I've gone kind of mixing in the different tones, of pink. I think it really pulls it together nicely. So some of the rolled flowers, like I said, the big rolled flower I made, and then these ones were sent to me by a pen pal. Probably in there. I'll go there. I find with doing kind of clusters like this, you just kind of have to pop it down and hope for the best. But like I was saying, I like mixing the different tones together. So I have the very bright whites, and then also the muted whites, and then the brighter pinks and the muted pinks, and then mixing in some of the greens and the yellows in there. Okay, I like it. I also have this little bee that I thought could be cute to kind of put on there, like it's eating the flowers, but is that going to be too chunky? I don't know how I feel about that one. I also grabbed out some of the sequins that I used that I thought would be fun to add a little bit of detail. So I'm going to be doing that, just taking the tiniest little amount of hot glue and popping it on. I'm using these like how I would use enamel dots in my scrapbooking, which I have actually been kind of doing this in my scrapbooking recently, just using up those sequins because we all have so many of them that we don't even use. Don't worry about the little spider webs. I'm going to be removing those. I don't know how I feel about the bee, so I'm just going to wait for a minute. And what I'm going to do is I have some stamens. Oh, they're not stamens. I have some stamens here that I think I'm going to cut. So what I'm doing is I'm just making them a little bit shorter. I'll be kind of shoving those in there like that. I'll add some glue in a minute. Okay, so I'll show you how I've done that. I'm just getting a stamen. So these are just from AliExpress. I think I bought them like a year or two ago now. I like to do it with 2. And I kind of offset them slightly so that there's just a little bit of differentiation in them, and then I fold them up. So again, there's that differentiation. I'm cutting off the excess because I know I don't need that much. Then I take my hot glue gun and I just do a little dot, let it sit for a second, and then I roll it in my fingers like so. And then I will be kind of shoving it in there and using the end of my pens, oh sorry, not my pens, my scissors, just to kind of shove it in there. And I will add hot glue in a moment. So there we go, just kind of pull it apart. I also thought I'd have a look to see if I can use any pom-poms, just for, again, that other little bit of texture, because I'm a pom-pom fan. I wish I had a nice bright yellow. I only have like the muted yellow. Yeah, why not? I think it'll look cute. I have a fuzzy yellow one, but I don't think it's exactly what I'm going for. So just put a dot and then squish it down. And the positive is that it's going to kind of create a barrier for some of the sequins to not fall down, which I love. So like that, and then squish it. Still undecided about my little bee. I think I'm going to hold off on the bee because I'm not sure how I feel about it. But I like this, and I like how there's a nice clear spot here for when I have a mini photo of the baby. I can put that on there like so. So that is my little craft with me. I hope you enjoyed the video and kind of got a little bit of inspiration on making your own mini album. I'll be posting a completed one before I put the photos in when it's done, so stay tuned to see that if you want to see that. If you would like a tutorial or something on how I did this from me, you can let me know. Like I said, in the description down below will be the tutorial that I followed, and also the tutorial on how I made this lovely embellishment here. So thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!